Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so my weekend horological vlog. What am I wearing? I'm wearing the Vostok still. I gotta say, I love this watch, and I don't know quite why I like it so much. I think it's a mixture of it being a GMT, and I love GMTs, and it's very functional. It's got the GMT function, but also it's white. I love that. It's got a great look to it. I love those hands. Aesthetically, it just really is appealing to me at the moment, and I have no desire to take it off. Usually when I get a Vostok, it's really anticlimactic. I've noticed. You know, I get it, I unbox it, and it's like I just get immediately bored. But I am just really stoked on this watch. So what am I doing today, sitting here in this misting weather? All right, girls, what are we doing?
We're gonna go to the park.
Yeah, what are we gonna do there? Swim, kind of. We're going to go in this wading pool. What do you think of this misting weather?
I love it.
You love it? What do you think, Sophie? You're not so crazy about this, are you? Sophie, do you like this weather? No. No? Is it too rainy for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Well, it's too windy for an umbrella, but, you know, this mist is not so bad, right?
Not so bad.
I think it's kind of cool, actually. Random Vostok point number 1. All right, one of the things I love about the Rolex GMT Master 2 is the fact that you can rotate the bezel and you can use the triangle at the 12 to mark time. That's one of the reasons I like it a lot over the Explorer 2. And you can rotate the bezel on this Vostok, but as you can see, it's just numerals and hash marks on the bezel, so there's no triangle. There's a 24 at the 24 instead of a triangle. Now what you can do is you can just say, okay, well, I'm gonna mark things with 24, and that's fine, but it's not as tight as having a triangle to really mark times like bus times and whatnot. One of the best things about today is the weather, and nobody's here because of it, except that cat over there. Random Vostok thought number 2. I love the fact that the GMT hand is in the same style as the Explorer 2 16550, 16570, and the GMTs. Random Vostok point 3, the subdial. Look at the texture on that subdial.
I'm the person.
All right. A true tool watch. All right, over 48 hours later, Vostok random point number 4. I'd like to talk about the subdial and the seconds. Now, on a typical Vostok, you can, quote, hack the movement by putting a little bit of pressure on the crown and turning the minute hand counterclockwise, and you can sort of arrest the advance of the second hand, and that way you can sort of, quote, hack it and, you know, line up the second hand to something like time.is. You can't do that with this watch. No matter what you do crown-wise, those seconds on the subdial keep ticking away. So for better or worse, that's just the case with this watch. Random Vostok point number 5. So the 24-hour hand is connected to the local hour hand. And so that means obviously that you need to use the bezel to get any use out of the 24-hour hand. Because they're inseparable, like on, say, a GMT Master 2, it makes it kind of difficult. So if I want to, say, reset or just set this watch to the time in Europe, that's kind of hard. I got to find out what time it is in Europe, or you know, do a lot of math in my head to figure that out. Whereas if it's separable, I can when the 24 on the bezel is lined up to the 12 on the dial, I can then set the 24-hour hand to Greenwich Mean Time and then set the local time how I want. And that means if I want to have the time on the East Coast, I just rotate the bezel 5 spaces to the right and I have the East Coast time. If I want to reset it back to Greenwich Mean Time, I just put the 24 on the bezel back to 12. And if I want the time in Europe, I just rotate it to the left once. So it makes it a lot more useful.
Up and down, up and down.
All right, girls, so how was it?
It was fun.
How did you like it? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.